Hello, my beautiful Leo LGBTQ rainbow family. These are your couples love readings. I'm really sorry there's none for singles this year because I just don't have the time. As you can see, there's a lot of these. This is like 24 videos. So these is for couples, partners, and for those of you that are married, partnered, or in a long-term relationship. I've got the Empress and the High Priestess to represent the ladies. I've got the Emperor and the Hierophant to represent the guys, and whichever part of the community you are a part of, I'm sure you can find somewhere in all of this. I'm sure you can find your collective, and being a part of this community, I want to find a way to serve you guys, especially at the moment. I know a lot of you overseas are going through really hard times, and I just wanted to make sure that that there's someone that is thinking about you and hoping and praying and wishing for your relationships to flourish and thrive. And yeah, so I wanted to bring you something this year. As I said, I'm really sorry for the singles. Unfortunately, there won't be anything for you guys this year. As part of this, there will be an offer as we get into the video, so check that out as well. Before we start, as always, I would like to bless my deck of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise, that help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to give these a shuffle. Let's have a look at your relationship, my rainbow family. All right, so for your So your first triplet out, the health of the relationship. So you've got the Five of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, okay, interesting, and the Knight of Swords. So what this kind of suggests to me is the support that you once held, whether this is from colleagues or peers, etc., is now starting to fade. And so in terms of like your relationship, this might be a time where you feel like maybe your friendships, your collective ties, your social circle, your collective social circle, etc., is going through a period of massive change. And it is. It may also be that a collective cause that both of you have been either really passionate about or very focused on for some time is now really providing you a different, it's like whatever it used to give you, maybe it doesn't provide that anymore. And so there's a consideration here of, okay, the relationship is good, but actually our support system or support network doesn't seem to be as intact as it used to be. And it might feel like you and your partner are somewhat at odds with the, let's say, environment that you find yourselves in. For your blessings, the relationship blessings, you have the Ace of Cups, love that, with the Nine of Swords, okay, and the Six of Cups. And so the Ace of Cups with the Nine of Swords, there's an energy here that asks you, well, not even asks you, that suggests that you've gone through a bit of a period of soul searching. And as a collective relationship with this Nine of Swords and the Six of Cups, you've given, it's like you've given something as good a run as you possibly can. And now you're kind of coming into the understanding that not only do we need to pivot here, but also in terms of the blessings that we have that are available to us, not only is the love strong, but our ideals or our collective ideals are really what's, maybe they are, I don't want to say too idealistic, but I guess what I'm trying to say is you and your partner haven't let go of the dream. Whatever that dream is, it's very much alive and kicking, and it's keeping you guys going. And for that reason, I want you to hold on to it with everything that you have. I would also say that there is potentially a sibling of yours or your significant others who is absolutely team Leo and partner, right? So you do have some people in your collective that are for you, maybe just not, all of them, and that could be for various different reasons, right? Now, another thing in terms of what's the blessing of the Nine of Swords? Well, the blessing of this is that you've actually managed to, the pair of you, through worrying about everything, no doubt, you've managed to think of any and all possibilities of where this could go wrong. And that's actually a really good thing, because it's akin to like being able to spot all the exits and know where the outlet is, right? Like where, if I'm going to need to pull the brakes and get out quickly, where do I go, right? Where am I gonna do you know what I mean? Like to check out. Yeah, if you have any form of PTSD, it's something that you do naturally. But this feels to me like collective. You've figured out where all the potential blind spots are, which is great, right? To be forewarned is to be forearmed, darling. Now, for your lessons, you've got the Six of Pentacles with the Seven of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Quite frankly, and I know this to be the case for Leos, you guys are naturally very big-hearted and naturally very generous, sometimes to a fault. And so the message here is, if your partner is kind of saying to you, no, we've done enough, we're not doing any more, or, you are saying that to them, or maybe even potentially there is a feeling of resentment that causes arguments or issues from time to time because you feel like something is being taken advantage of, whether that's kindness, whether it's a resource, whether it's money, whether it's, your home, like whatever it is. This is you being able to say, yeah, okay, you know what? Unfortunately, or not even just you, maybe the pair of you, being able to say, okay, you know what? We do need to draw a sort of a line here. And this whole thing around this idea of like a collective not necessarily having your back anymore, this may be, and I hate to get into it because I really don't want to talk about it, but it might be a part of what's going on in terms of the world's political climate, right? This might be a time where you're kind of in that space where it's like, yeah, it's affecting us now. I will say, just stave off that sort of hyper altruistic nature of yours, because it could end up costing you here. And it does seem to be a bugbear within the relationship that's seen, it's potentially causing problems, because it's seeing you guys maybe having moments where you bicker about certain things. And, a little bit of bickering and a little bit of bantering is totally normal. But when something is causing an issue because, either you or your partner feel like one of you is being taken advantage of, you have to heed that. For the future of the relationship, you've got the Temperance card. You have the Ace of Wands. Okay, nice. And you've got the Judgment card. So when it comes to the future of so in this deck it's called the Harvest, and in this deck the Temperance card is called the She. One of the things that I will say to you here, because this is two big cards, right, sandwiching this Ace of Wands, which is a fresh start or a new direction for the relationship. But with the Judgment card or the Harvest card, this is about really maximizing and collecting on what you've already built and the results that show up from that. With Temperance and the Ace of Wands, the way through and to healing this is to remember your physical connection. So the sensual, the sexual, all of that kind of stuff. Remember that Leo is a deeply sensual and sexual being, right? They really are. They're fire signs. Any fire sign has that kind of energy. And because you've got the Temperance card and the Ace of Wands and the Judgment card, this is big energy that's asking you to reconnect with your partner on that sort of physical level. But it's also reminding you that actually the creative sphere within you is able to solve any and all problems. And when your creative energies align, that's where you truly get sort of growth and movement. Now, before we get into your collective theme, I do want to say, the offer is, I have the Lovers Spread I used to offer as a service, as a personal video. And I'm bringing that back for the Valentine's for couples. So it's a deep dive into your relationship and the collection of the relationship. And it really goes into helping you look at, it's a deeper reading than this, basically. It looks at the dynamics between you, where you're going from here. This is for those of you that are partnered, married, or in a long-term commitment, or maybe even for somebody that you've just started dating and you want to see where it's going, right? This is for you. So your collective theme, the Three of Pentacles, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and the Ace of Wands. Your collective theme is that there are connections, collaborations and partnerships being phased out, the social circles going through a massive change and upheaval, and that there are some battles that really only lead to something coming to an end. And that's not the relationship, but it may be some of the collectives that you've been tied to as a couple before. With that Ace of Wands right at the end, it does suggest that there is a new dawn, a new dawn on the horizon. But in order for you to tap into that, there are going to be things and people that you'll need to release, right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic time of it. I wish you all of the best. Link is in the description box below.